Hey guys, hey, it's Kevin again. Sorry, normally I wanted to go drive this weekend. I did a driving video last week. I feel like I have a freer train of thought when I'm out driving and talk about stuff. But I'll just keep this one short. I wanted to bring a couple of topics, maybe some ideas for some future videos. And I want to do something maybe a little bit more in-depth, more research based on a couple of topics. That's negative self-medication and whether or not social media is bad. So first off, just kind of starting with social media, I notice when I'm getting anxious or irritable or frustrated or I got something coming up, one of the things I'll do is I'm just like, okay, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram more often. I'm just anxious, pulling out my phone, clicking on it when I'm bored and just grumpy in this irritable state. And so it got me thinking, is this wholeheartedly a negative thing? You always see people on your feed every once in a while coming up and posting, I'm deactivating for 6 months, I won't be back, and you always see them back in like 2 or 3 weeks. Anyhow, this notion that unplugging from everything is a good thing. We got puppies moving. So I wanted to examine that first. Obviously, I think I mentioned the negative self-medication. So yeah, just kind of a quick update. I think going back to social media, one of the things that tipped me off to wanting to examine that a little bit more. Obviously, I've kind of in that age group growing up with it, going back to the old MySpace days. God, top 8 friends. Anyhow, I've seen these articles about just there's less and less cable memberships, less and less people watching professional sports, less and less people just TV in general. So what I'm guessing is that maybe some of that audience is going from that to just sitting in front of a phone, examining whether that's, being on your phone is a bad thing or a good thing, whether it doesn't matter. I think one of the things, and actually, what's the guy's name? Gary Vaynerchuk, I want to say. He's an entrepreneur. One of the things he mentioned is, personal accountability. I love personal accountability, by the way. You'll see that in my videos. I don't like to take it, but I love the concept. It's like we like to blame everything for our ills. Okay, the reason why so many kids can't sit still in class or can't focus is because they're always plugged, in front of their phone. They're always focused on their phone. They're always on Facebook. They're always on this, or whatever, what have you. The reason they're getting into all this negative behavior. I hear it a lot from parents. They're blaming social media, blaming the phone. I think that's just a scapegoat. I think that's just not addressing the real root of the problem. I think that's a symptom, not so much the root. So I want to look at that. And one of the things that I talk about all the time, and social media kind of falls under it, or it can, is negative self-medication. This is something I talk about at least 2 or 3 times a week with the population I work with in my therapy groups. A lot of times by the time they get to see me, because humans are rational creatures for the most part. I mean, all things equal. We do things for a reason, and a lot of times, you see all these negative behaviors, and a kid might come across as just this kind of a punk ass, why are you doing these behaviors type. You can really just question it, but when you kind of pull the layers back, you see that, okay, maybe there's some really long-standing crippling depression or just anxiety that isn't being treated, and a lot of other things that are just kind of piling on one thing after another. So negative self-medication, the ways we do that without maybe even noticing. So we'll bring that up. If you guys have questions or video requests, or you want me to address a topic, just put it in the comments or send me an email, and I'll see what I can do about it. So thank you very much. Bye.